This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Do the honors, my friend.
The sun is setting, the grass is green. It's a beautiful night for softball. From Tampa, Florida, you're watching Sunshine State Conference Softball. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome inside the broadcast booth. Christopher Francisco, Dominic Galone on the call for you as the Rollins College Tars and the University of Tampa Spartans begin a 3-game series tonight. For more on tonight's matchup, here's Dominic.
Chris, how you doing tonight?
I'm
Beautiful
doing great,
day,
Dominic.
81 degrees.
Awesome.
Can't ask for anything better.
It's been like this for about 2 weeks now.
Absolutely. Where I'm from up north, it's been snow. I think you heard about the same, right?
That's my dad's been telling me so.
So now we're here Friday night. Great night for some softball, and Spartans are trying to get Coach Canner her 600th win of Coach Canner's career.
That's incredible.
So we'll see what we can do tonight, see if they can muster some runs. We're facing a Rollins Tars team that they've put up 70 runs in 14 games, averaging just over 5 runs a game. So we'll see what Dooley can do on the mound, if she can shut the team down, and how the defense will respond behind her.
That's right. We'll have first pitch coming up in just a few moments. You're watching the Sunshine State Conference Softball. That was good. Not bad for the first opening of the season.
Yeah. So do you want to go through the lineups, or do you want to do that as
if you give me the lineups.
Okay.
I was messing with first names.
Just give me a second. I'm going to...
Pitching for Rollins College today, Abby Summers with a record of 5-5. The reserves for Rollins College are number 3, Casey Booth, number 9, Whitney Foyer, number 12, Cynthia Whitty, number 14, Kara Wagstaff, number 18, Erin Crawford, number 24, Lindsay Guerin, number 27, Amanda Guglietta, and Victoria Whalen. Rollins is led by head coach Michelle Fruh. She's assisted by Steve Fruh and Brittany Johnson. And now the starting lineup for your University of Tampa Spartans. Who entered today's game with an overall record of 5-6 and 2-1 in conference. At center field, batting leadoff, number 14, Serena Cortez. At shortstop, batting second.
And now it's time for tonight's starting lineups. Here's Dominic.
For Rollins Tars, tonight, center field, we got Jordan Davis. First base, their big hitter, Chandler Middlebrook. In left field, number 3 hitter, Brianna Lint. In the 4-hole, Grace Street as a designated player. Abby Sexton will be at second base, batting 5th. Bree Ernst at third base in the 6-hole. Talia Quintafio playing shortstop for the Tars tonight. Behind the dish, Taylor Holt. In right field, we have Sarah Harrison for the Tars. And on the mound in the circle, Abby Summers. Summers is 5-5 on the year. She got 6 complete games already. She's probably the number 1 ace for the Tars. And for the Spartans on the mound, we've got McKaylee Dooley, also at 5-5, with 8 complete games. Leading off for the Spartans, in center field, Serena Cortez. At shortstop in the 2-hole, Christina Clawberg. In the circle, as we mentioned, Mac Dooley. In the 4-hole at third base, the freshman, Bailey Phillips. Behind the dish, we've got Maddie Farrell. In left field, Shelby Press, batting 6th. In the 7-hole, we've got Taylor Farrell at designated player. In first base, Emily Jansen, the freshman.
Play ball.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, interrupted by the national anthem, rightfully so. So to finish it off, in the 9-hole, Erica Matic playing second base, and in right field, for the Spartans will be Lauren Reyes. So getting back to what we were mentioning about McKaylee Dooley on the mound, she's been the workhorse this year for the Spartans, and it'll be up to her to shut down this high-flying offense.
First pitch is coming up, folks. I like those little endings. Just first pitch is coming up.
There you go. It works.
Make sure we don't forget to do this, or I don't forget.
I don't know if we should just forget about the balls and strikes and just worry about the outs.
I'll try to keep it as much as I can.
All right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to, distract you from doing the thing.
Just moved again.
I don't know. It's probably me moving the table or something.
It might be there's a wire touching. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If it falls over, then it'll be an event. There's no microphone down there like we sometimes had, right? Doesn't look like it.
I'm not sure. I'm going to tell my buddy to go online and listen to it for a second.
Wait, so you can't hear anything? What's the point? It's not
I know.
right? You just wear it like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. What's up? I'm listening. You find
We're
out?
good for now.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? The Spartans and Tars have taken the field and we're just about set for first pitch.
Now batting for the Tars, number 6, Jordan Davis.
Yeah, Jordan Davis leading off here for the Tars. She leads the team in stolen bases.
The first pitch is popped up in the air. Farrell makes the catch, and they're off, and Tampa went away.
Trying to show off them wheels pretty early, and wasn't exactly able to get it down. Maddie Farrell all over it. One pitch, one out.
Number 23, Chandler Middlebrook.
Here's Chandler Middleborough. The first pitch is taken a bit high. One ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Middlebrook leads the team in hits, doubles, and average. She's batting .381 with 16 hits on the season.
The 1-0. Taken on the inside corner, 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. A bit high, 2-1. The 2-1 delivery. Catches that inside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a nice job by Maddie Farrell. Able to catch the inside corner and frame it for McKaylee Dooley, helping her out early on.
The 2-2 delivery. Fouled right back to the screen.
Dooley's been pretty excellent this year when it comes to not putting free base runners on. She's only got 7 walks on the season compared to her 44 strikeouts.
Once again, here's the 2-2 pitch. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. 2 down.
Right on cue for number 45 on the year.
Now batting number 22, Brianne Lint.
Here's a third place hitter, Brianne Lint. Here comes the first pitch. Wave and a miss, nothing in 1.
Yeah, the Spartans really rally behind Dooley, and kind of as she goes, the team goes. Dooley was a all SEC, all SSC, excuse me.
Close enough.
First team last season.
Here's the 0-1. Another wave and a miss, nothing in 2.
Nice little off speed there. Trying to get this 3-hitter off balance.
The 0-2. Wave and a miss. That's strike 3, side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. Spartans coming up, no score. Should I run a commercial?
Yeah.
Wait, how do I do that? Fire ad?
Yeah, fire ad. There you go, fire ad.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
There's only 2 commercials, so I'm just going to flip-flop them each inning.
That's cool. Oh, yeah. And it feels so good. Leading off the Spartans will be Serena Cortez, center fielder. This is the senior leader on the team for the Spartans this year.
Takes that first pitch upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Last weekend against Florida Southern, Cortez exited Game 3, and good enough that she's back tonight.
That pitch couches the outside corner. Becomes a 1-1. Ground ball to second. On to first in time, 1 away.
Looks like Cortez tells Clawberg what Abby Summers has, trying to give her a little bit of a heads up, kind of scouting report prior to Clawberg's at bat here. Nice to see the team coming together and have that chemistry where they can give each other some hints prior to the at-bats.
First pitch is taken a bit low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Clawberg was hurt all of last year, so it's nice to see her bounce back this year. She leads the team in hits, as I mentioned in the opening. But this is one of the standout players this year for the Spartans.
Here comes a 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. One away here in the home first. No score. The 2-0. That pitch catches the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Summers deals the 2-1 pitch. Wave and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a little bit high there for Clawberg. Hopefully she'll let the next one come down.
Had a tough time recognizing that rise ball.
2 strikes. Now she's got a battle.
The 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, 3-2.
Klallberg's batting .343 on the year. She's a junior out of Tampa Catholic. Wonder if she thought about coming to the University of Tampa. Like her whole life, no?
Yeah.
Tampa
Right in the backyard.
Yeah, right in the backyard. Like I mentioned, Klallberg was hurt last year. She only played in 3 games. She was able to score a run and walked, excuse me.
That pitch fouled right back towards us. Good thing there's a screen right there. Once again, here's the payoff pitch. That pitch sits down low, a base on balls.
It's her second walk of the season, but it'll bring up the pitcher, McKaylee Dooley, trying to help herself out here early on.
Dooley does everything. She starts, she bats third.
She would be a triple threat because she also plays the field when somebody like the sophomore Sam Kay comes into pitch. Prior to this season, they had a 2-headed monster in Dooley and Corinne Miner, but currently Corinne Miner is hurt. She's only played in 2 games this year. Hopefully she comes back soon enough.
The corners take a few steps in. Here's the first pitch. On the inside corner, 0-1.
With Dooley and Miner, they were kind of a 1A, 1B situation in the circle, but now the load is all on Dooley's shoulders. You know, she's going to be the workhorse for the Spartans, and you'll probably see her in at least 2 games this weekend.
Ground ball to shortstop. Not sure if they'll turn 2. Throw it at first. Just in time, 2 down.
Now here's an interesting player for the Spartans. This is freshman Bailey Phillips. She's played in all 11 games this season as a true freshman. It's pretty impressive that she's getting prominent time in the field and at the plate.
Batting cleanup.
Batting cleanup, hitting .323. She's having a hell of a season so far.
The first pitch. Just a bit low, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on second, 2 down here in the home first. Summers sets. Here's the pitch. Again a bit low, 2 balls, no strikes.
What's cool, though, is Phillips has shown her clutch factor already this season. She's got 2 RBI doubles in 2 separate games. So hopefully she come up with an RBI double here with 2 outs.
That pitch sails up and away. 3 balls, no strikes.
See if she can drive in Klallberg from second here.
That would be a nice 2-out ribeye steak. A 3-0. Outside ball 4, another walk. Spartans now at first and second with 2 down in the home first. Here's Farrell. The first pitch. On the outside corner, 0-1.
Farrell's a sophomore, the younger sister of Taylor Farrell. This is Maddie Farrell, and as a freshman, she led the team in RBIs. She had 25 RBIs as a freshman. It's pretty impressive.
The 0-1 is in tight, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes a 1-1. Up and away, 2-1.
Farrell sisters, also local products, went to Durant High School in Valrico, Florida. Pretty cool to see the sisters on the same team playing with each other for 2 separate years. Be nice if they can send Taylor off on top with the conference championship later on this year.
That's right. Here comes the 2-1. On the inside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the 2-2. Up and away, 3-2.
Now with 3-2, 2 outs, the runners will be off once the pitch heads towards the plate. So I would safe estimate to say Clawberg should score on a base hit.
Here's the payoff pitch. Wave and a miss, side retired. Summers is able to get through the jam. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on base. At the end of 1, no score. Hey man, just don't say hell.
Yeah.
Say heck.
Gotcha.
It's just a thing. I mean, like, for broadcasting. You know? So far, good start for us.
Yeah.
I chose Rollins because the Spanish Mediterranean architecture is just beautiful. The weather's great. We're in central Florida. We're right on Lake Virginia, and I couldn't turn any of that down.
Rollins gave me that ability and that foundation that I needed to go into the world, and I think that I wouldn't have got that experience anywhere else.
Yeah, I'm here the whole time. It'll be worth it. It'll be cool. Got a lot of work in. Got a lot of reps.
Just about set for the top half of the second inning here in Tampa. No score.
Now batting number 25, Grace Street.
Grace Street leads off for Rollins. The first pitch. On the outside corner, 0-1.
Street is actually from Tampa, Florida. Freedom High School graduate. She's a junior for the Rollins Tars.
That pitch fouled right back to the screen, and it's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, the Tars are on a 4-game win streak here. They faced Adelphi last week on Tuesday. Mercied them both games.
Here's the 0-2. Wave and a miss, 1 down.
They won by way of mercy rule both games on Tuesday against Adelphi. And before that, last weekend, they played St. Leo and took 2 of 3. So that was a nice start to the conference for them.
What's her name?
Abby Sexton.
Abby Sexton lines one in the air to right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. The first of the ball game. A little bobble in center field by Serena Cortez, but she holds the runner at first. So we have our first hit of the ball game.
Now batting number 8, Brianna Ernst.
Here's Brianna Ernst. The first pitch is bunted, popped in the air, right back to the catcher Farrell, 2 down.
It's crazy. I've seen that once an inning so far.
Yeah.
I mean, twice tonight. Normally, you don't really see pop up straight to the catcher, you know? If anything, it'll be maybe to the pitcher.
Especially on a bunt,
like
usually they're trying to obviously go down with the ball.
She's showing bunt here.
She takes on the outside corner, 0-1.
This is Talia Cantafio playing shortstop for the Tars.
Here comes the 0-1. Up and in, 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So the Tars are 7-7 on the year, but away from home they're only 3-6.
They haven't had many road games. That one lined right back to the pitcher. Julie's side retired. No runs, a hit, no errors, one left on. Middle of the second inning here in Tampa, still no score.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Shelby Press leads off the home half of the second inning in Tampa, no score.
Senior transfer from South Florida State College. It's been a big key for the Spartans early on the season as she takes a called strike right down the plate. Press is batting .303 on the season. She's got 2 games where she's had 3 hits. Pretty impressive.
Here comes Summers 0-1. Way up high, 1-1. Here comes a 1-1. Taking a bit low, 2-1.
She's another player on the Spartans that's got a ton of wheels. She's leading the team with 2 stolen bases. But at her previous school, South Florida State College, she's stole 25 bases in only 2 seasons.
A 2-1 pitch. Up and away, 3-1. Here comes a 3-1. That pitch sits down low, ball 4.
This is Taylor Farrow at the plate. She's a senior of the 2 sisters.
The corners come in. Here's the first pitch. She shows bunt and bunts it right back to the first baseman. She goes to second. The second baseman not on the bag, and everyone's safe.
Yeah, that was a risky play by the first baseman, turning completely around her body and throwing it to the shortstop who was just off the bag.
What do you score that? What do you score that? Fielder's choice? It'll go down as a fielder's choice for those of you scoring at home.
Here's another freshman contribution, Emily Jansen.
She shows bunt and bunts it. The first baseman makes the play, throws the first in time. It's a good sacrifice bunt.
That was a heck of a play by the first baseman there, Middlebrook, as she was able to turn while on her knees and make the throw, but she fielded it with her bare hand.
Yeah, that was impressive. Now we're going to get a visit to the mound, or the circle.
This is head coach Michelle Frew making the mound visit as she tries to settle down her pitcher. The thing that was
going over
interesting-
strategy.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Probably going over strategy with runners on second and third.
Interesting thing here is Summers in her 10 appearances has 31 walks. That's a lot. So we'll see if she can find the zone, try to settle in for the Tars.
Here's the number 9 hitter, Matic. The infield comes in, so does the outfield.
Yeah, first baseman's practically in front of the pitcher right now.
Here's the first pitch. That one rolls in and hits the batter. The runners will have to hold, and the bases will be loaded.
That's huge, though, because here comes the leadoff hitter, Serena Cortez.
The lineup flips back to the top. That was a very strange play. I don't think I've ever seen that
That ball
before.
took a skip off the ground about 5 feet ahead of the home plate and caught Matic on the left knee. She seems to be fine down there at first base.
Here's
As the
Cortez.
bases a juice with one out.
Here's Cortez with the bases loaded. First pitch taken right down Broadway, 0-1. Only one out here in the home second. Bases are loaded. The infield comes in. Here's the pitch. On the inside corner, 1-1. 0-2, sorry.
Yeah, Cortez has got to come up big here. As a leadoff hitter, you need to be able to punch in a base hit, score a couple runs, and even if not, hit a sac fly to the outfield, drive in a run.
Here's the 0-2. Fouled right back to the screen.
Yeah, I mean, even if she gets the ball middle of the outfield, Press should score from third base.
Again, here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, wave and a miss, 2 down.
I think she was trying to swing for the fences there.
That pitch was way up high. It never came back down.
A big spot here for Christina Clawberg.
The second place hitter walked her first time up. Bases loaded, 2 down in the home second. Here comes the first pitch. Taken just a bit low. 1 ball, no strikes.
And the Rollins fans that are in attendance were not happy with that call.
Very close. Borderline.
I think I hear a little bit of bias in the Spartans out of you.
That pitch sits upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Good hitters count here, 2-0. That pitch up and away, 3-0. And now Summers is in a bind.
There's nowhere to put her here, Chris.
Not at all.
So if you're Cantor, do you give her the green light?
Not with 2 outs.
No.
Here's a 3-0. On the outside corner, that's a called strike. Perhaps a makeup call that time.
Perhaps. I think he's been hearing it from some of the fans in the Rollins
The
cheering
3-1.
section.
That pitch is upstairs, ball 4, and we'll have our first run of the game.
Clawberg able to work her second walk of the evening.
The Spartans take the lead on an RBI walk.
Now batting number 9, McKaylee Dooley.
And here comes the third place hitter and pitcher, McKaylee Dooley. Spartans could do a lot of damage here. Here's the first pitch. On the outside corner, 0-1.
Dooley's already drove in 5 runs this year. Hopefully she can make it 6th, possibly a 7th. As if you got Matic at second.
That pitch is lined in the air, right field. The right fielder makes the catch. Side retired. The Spartans have to settle for 1. 1 run. On no base hits, no errors. And 3 left on base. We go to the top of the 3rd inning here in Tampa. Spartans up by 1.
1 run, no hits, no errors, 3 runs left on base. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Spartans leading 1-0.
I chose Rollins because the Spanish Mediterranean architecture is just beautiful. The weather's great. We're in Central Florida. We're right on Lake Virginia, and I couldn't turn any of that down.
Rollins gave me that ability and that foundation that I needed to go into the world. And I think that I wouldn't have got that experience anywhere else.
I was thinking at the end of the third, before we come on to the top of the fourth, we can do like a third inning recap.
Sounds good.
Like, just talk about the runs and what's going on.
Yeah.
And then do it again after 5.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, sounds good.
Now batting number 11, Taylor Holt.
Here's Taylor Holt to lead off the top of the third inning. First pitch misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. It said 7 on the thing, didn't it?
Yeah. That's why I was confused. I was like, wait, why are they starts?
That pitch is popped up left side of the infield. Clawberg makes the catch, went away.
Now batting number 2, Sarah Harrison.
Dooley's going to try to settle in here. She's done pretty good after the first inning.
The infield comes way in. That pitch wave and a miss, nothing in 1. Here comes the 0-1. Another wave and a miss, nothing in 2. Here comes the 0-2. Wave and a miss. 2 down. That's Dooley's 4th punch out of the evening.
She's shutting down this high-flying offense of the Tars. Bringing the leadoff hitter to the plate, Jordan Davis.
Now batting number 6, Jordan Davis.
Davis popped out to the catcher last time in an attempt to bunt, and she'll take the pitch outside for a ball.
That pitch sits upstairs. She takes one right down Broadway.
One thing I appreciate as a fan of the game and also a broadcaster is Dooley seems to get in a rhythm. She's real quick back to the plate, or back to the mound, circle.
That one's bunted off the bat. Throws to first, not in time. She's safe. Another thing I don't think I've ever seen.
Ball took a weird cue shot after Davis was able to get the bunt down.
Deflected off her own bat.
Now batting number 23, Chandler Middlebrook.
And that'll
Like we
bring
mentioned earlier, Davis has got some wheels down there at first base. She's got 11 steals on the season. And Maddie Farrell definitely seems to be aware of that, as she was ready to snap throw to second base.
2 down here in the top of the third. Spartans leading by a run. Here's the 1-0. That ball's grounded through the hole on the left side, base hit into left field.
Good old Tony Gwynn 5.5 hole.
That's right.
Right past the third baseman, Phillips. And the Tars got 2 runners on with 2 outs.
Now batting number 22, Brianne Lynch.
And here's the third place hitter, Brianne Lint. She struck out her first time up, the first pitch. On the outside corner, nothing in 1.
Now it's going to be a task because there's no wind this evening, and the pretty high fences here at Namoli Family Field. But Lintz already got 2 home runs on the season.
Big wave and a miss, 0-2.
Although with her 2 home runs, she's got 8 Ks. She leads the team in strikeouts. Hopefully Dooley can punch her out here.
Here comes the 0-2. Just inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. First and second, 2 down in the top of the third. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Outfielders showing some respect, pretty deep in the outfield, trying to keep everything in front.
The 2-2. It is popped up. Left center field. The center fielder, Cortez, makes the catch, side retired. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We go to the home third inning here in Tampa. Spartans up by a run.
We go to the bottom of the inning. Spartans leading 1-0.
Ground out, whoa.
We haven't had a problem with the camera so far.
Good. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know the record.
If there's enough space, then it'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 15, Bailey Phillips.
Getting set for the home half of the third inning here. Spartans have a run, but don't have a hit. Not something you see every day, Dominic.
Nah, it's nice to take an early lead. I know that. Dooley seemed like she was grooving on the mound. Defense playing well behind her. And hopefully this offense can come alive here with a couple base hits.
Phillips takes the first pitch upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. She walked her first time up. The 1-0. Up high, 2 balls, no strikes.
Now, Bailey Phillips impressive on the field as well as off the field. She's a bio major with the sport management minor. So, doing a lot off the field as well.
She takes that one right down the middle, 2 balls, 1 strikes.
About 2 weeks back when the Spartans played Valdosta State, ranked 18th in the nation, Bailey Phillips was able to manufacture 2 hits as a freshman early on in her career. Being in these important moments can only help her as she moves on.
The count now, 3 balls and 1 strike. Wave and a miss, 3-2.
That's a good swing, though, on a 3-1 count, trying to find something to drive to the outfield gaps. See what she can do with full count here. Hopefully, base hit, ball 4.
Here's the payoff pitch. Little liner off the pitcher's glove and into right center field. It's a base hit for Phillips. And the Spartans have the leadoff runner on in the home third.
Freshman continuing to produce for the Spartans in her 12th game ever.
That ball was smoked right back to the pitcher.
Right
Summers didn't really have a shot.
Maddie Farrell.
Here's Maddie Farrell. She struck out her first time up. The corners come in. First pitch is lined in the air to right field. Harrison makes the catch. Phillips tags, but stays at first. 1 away.
Now, I'm not trying to make fun of the right fielder too much here, but She's had 2 balls hit to her already, and they haven't looked the easiest out there.
She looked very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. So I'm not sure if it's the daylight right now with the partial clouds in the skies. Not sure if she can't really see the ball right now. Maybe the lights in her eyes. I don't know. But maybe something to look out for as we get further along in the game.
Yeah, there's not much of a breeze either. Here's press. First pitch. Paint, 0-1.
Abby Summers trying to find her groove here. Looks like she brought up the velocity a little bit on that one. Cranked it up a few inches. Miles an hour, inches, all the same.
That one is blooped in the air to first base, and the first baseman smartly lets it go foul.
Very smart there by Middlebrook. Seeing that the ball had some backspin, was going to go foul. Now it's an 0-2 count for Shelby Press.
You know, we forgot to mention that the Spartans got their first hit of the game 2 batters ago.
Now, the last time out, Spartans took on Florida Southern last weekend on Saturday. Was able to manufacture a 7-5 victory in the rubber match in Game 3. They went 9 innings. Last weekend, they had 2 extra inning games in a 3-game series. See if that'll take any toll on them this weekend. They've had a week off, so hopefully they're all rested up and ready to go.
Here comes the 0-2. That pitch sits down low. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, in that game, as we mentioned, Dooley's a double, triple threat no matter where she is on the field. She drove in the go-ahead run, scoring Lauren Pasco in the 9th inning, top of the 9th inning against the Florida Southern Mocs.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled off the screen.
Spartans were up 4 after the 5th inning in that game. Gave up 5 in the bottom of the 6th. So hopefully Dooley will be able to last all 7 today and grab a win in the first game in this series. Opening home conference series for the Spartans.
That rise ball doesn't come back down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Lined right field. That just goes just foul. And they'll have to reset.
Just foul, about a foot to the right of the first base foul line. Wonder if Phillips would have scored there. Probably would have trickled into the corner. Don't sleep on the wheels by the freshman Bailey Phillips. She's already got 1 steal in the season.
That's right. Once again, here's the 2-2. That bender sits in tight. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's the same pitch that she got Serena Cortez on last inning. Press was able to lay off of it. She got a full count here with 1 away.
The payoff pitch. Wave and a miss. 2 down. Press just couldn't catch that.
Yeah, ball above her hands, probably a little bit outside too. Looked like ball 4, but at that speed and that timing, it's kind of tough to lay off of one of those.
Here's Taylor Farrell. First pitch on the inside corner, 0-1. Farrell grounded into a fielder's choice her last time up. Here's the 0-1. Check swing foul, 0-2.
The Farrell sisters drove in a lot of runs last year. As I mentioned before, Maddie led the team in RBIs. Taylor was 3rd in the team in RBIs. She was able to drive in 18 runs last year for the Spartans. So between the 2 of them driving in 43 runs, pretty impressive for the 2 sisters.
Phillips off first, the 0-2 pitch. Taken outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2 pitch to Farrell. She hits it off the hands into foul play, and the first baseman scoops it up for the 3rd and final out of the inning. Spartans heading to the 4th, leading 1-0. Nothing.
What is it?
I just keep on saying impressive. So
That's
I
okay.
need something other than impressive. That's been the go-to word. I felt myself say it about.
I keep saying Tampa like 200 times. Don't worry about it.
It's the first one of the year, right?
We get like $8 an hour for this. Just forget it. I didn't even get paid last year. Go.
Excuse me? It was alright. We pretty much just previewed the couple games coming up this weekend, and then we do it on Mondays and Fridays, so we took a lot of what we went off from Monday, kind of fed that into the show a little bit, just to recap on the past weekend. It wasn't anything crazy. It was alright.
The middle of the inning, we'll do. Never mind. We don't need to do the recap. We'll do it after the next inning.
We can do it after this half inning if you want.
Yeah, because I was gonna call it the Pepsi third inning recap, and then Pepsi sponsor, and then do the recap.
It's good.
Now batting number 25, Grace Street.
Grace Street leads off the top of the fourth inning. A strikeout her first time up. Swings the first pitch and fouls it to the right side, out of play, 0-1.
Yeah, we got this. We can do this.
Here comes the 0-1. Chopper. Great play by the third baseman, Phillips. She throws the first in plenty of time, 1 away.
I think that was more reaction other than anything else by Bailey Phillips, the freshman down at third base. Ball was hit right at her down in the hot corner.
Now batting number 5, Abby Sexton.
Bree Ernst at the plate for the Tars. Fouls off the first pitch to the right side.
Here comes the 0-1. That pitch sits upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Perhaps a bit low, 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the 2-1. Popped up a mile high, shallow right field. The right fielder Reyes makes the catch, 2 down.
I'm thinking it's got to be something with the lights or the sky, because Reyes had a hard time fielding that ball as well in right field. It's kind of a weird setting here. Got some darker clouds while the sun is setting, and you got the beautiful Florida sky with the blue and a little bit of pink and orange. But these clouds are kind of dark, so I wonder if there's any precipitation on the way.
Losing the ball in the twilight. Here's Ernst take the first pitch on the inside corner. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Taken on the outside corner, 0-2.
First time up, she fouled out to the catcher on the bunt, the attempted bunt, excuse me. Popped up right to the catcher, and Maddie Farrell was able to squeeze it.
Here's the 0-2. Up and in, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, that's something I don't really understand. With an 0-2 count, she was faking bunt. Maybe it's a timing thing, getting her hands going.
I think, yeah, that's...
But her right hand's halfway up the bat.
Yeah.
So she's got to get her hands back into the set position.
She chops that one to short. Nice play there by Clawberg, side retire. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. We go to the middle of the 4th inning in Tampa. Spartans leading by 1. Okay, I'm going to run a commercial, then we'll do the recap.
We can come back from the commercial a little early if you want.
I chose Rollins because the Spanish Mediterranean architecture is just beautiful. The weather's great. We're in Central Florida. We're right on Lake Virginia, and I couldn't turn any of that down.
Rollins gave me that ability and that foundation that I needed to go into the world. And I think that I wouldn't have got that experience anywhere else.
It's time now for the Pepsi 4th inning recap. Are you thirsty? Grab a Pepsi, the official Spartan soft drink.
And in the third inning, the second inning, the Spartans were able to put a run on the board as Shelby Press came across the plate off a Clawberg walk with the bases loaded.
The Spartans missed a big opportunity to get some more runs. The bases were loaded for 2 batters with two outs.
Yeah, it was a two-out walk by Clawberg. She had the bases loaded. She was able to drive in the run, and then Dooley came up right behind her and laced the ball to right field, but the right fielder made a nice play, and that was the end of the second inning. But as we're on to the fourth, we've got a freshman, Emily Jansen, leading off the inning.
Hasn't been much action in this game. The Spartans only have 1 hit.
Spartans with 1 hit, Rollins with 3, but the Spartans hold a 1-0 lead. That's the most important thing on the scoreboard.
Jansen leads off the home half of the 4th inning. A sacrifice bunt her first time up. Takes the first pitch in tight, 1 ball, no strikes.
Spring training opened up yesterday. Men's baseball team took on the Philadelphia Phillies.
That's becoming an annual event.
Yeah, very, very cool relationship they've got.
Did you make it to the game yesterday?
I didn't make it to the game. I had class.
Same.
But I heard that the Spartans...
But you're a Phillies fan. You should have been there.
I'm a diehard Phillies fan. But the reason why I wasn't there and I had to go to class is because 2 weeks ago I went home to see the Eagles Super Bowl parade, Fly, Eagles, fly.
I know how that is going home for sports.
Chris is a diehard Mets fan over here. I'm a diehard Phillies fan.
Yeah, so
we'll have a rivalry
our
throughout the
partnership
season.
is strange, but it works.
It works, that's for sure.
The count now 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. A little looper, shallow left center, and that's going to be caught by the shortstop. 1 away.
Talia Quintafio for the Stars there. Nonchalant. Caught the ball right outside the infield dirt there. For a second, I thought it might have fell behind her.
I thought it was going to go a lot further than it did, actually. Here's the number 9 hitter, Matic. Hit by pitcher first time up. She fouls that one off the screen, 0-1.
Yeah, she helped continue the rally in the second inning. There's 2 runners on base. She was hit by a pitch to load up the bags for the top of the order.
Here comes the 0-1. In tight, a ball and a strike. Here comes the 1-1. A liner to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Lind gets to the ball. She holds Matic to a single. It's a 1-out single for Tampa, their second hit of the ball game.
It's a nice hit there by Matic. She's hitting about 200 on the year. It's her 5th hit of the season. But it'll bring around the top of the order Serena Cortez.
Cortez 0 for 2 today.
Yeah, Cortez struck out with the bases loaded back in the second inning. That was a tough situation for her. I know she probably wanted to drive in a couple runs there.
First pitch is fouled back to the screen, 0-1.
I think Coach Canner might have gotten in her area a little bit. In her second at bat, she took the first 2 strikes right down the middle, come out aggressive on this one.
The 0-1. Liner to left field. That ball's going to fall for a base hit. Spartans now have 2 runners on base. A single for Cortez, and that'll bring up Clawberg.
Clawberg's walked her first 2 times at the plate this evening. She's got a hit in 8 of 11 games so far. See if she can keep the trend rolling.
She drove in the only run of the game with a walk. The first pitch. Outside, ball 1.
Only as a junior, she's starting to become a leader herself. She's the shortstop, the number 2 hitter. Hopefully she drives the one in here with the runner in scoring position.
The 1-0. Inside corner, 1-1.
Not sure Coach Canner agreed with that one. She seems like she's talking to herself.
The strike zone's been a little inconsistent tonight.
Got Matic at second base, Cortez on first. One away for the Spartans.
The 1-1. Fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now the 1-2. A little flare, left side of the infield. The shortstop makes the catch. The runners have to hold 2 down.
It's a big spot here for Dooley. She's 0 for 2 so far tonight. I'm going to try to help herself out as she's currently in the circle for the Spartans. The workhorse.
First pitch to center field. That one's going to fall. Base hit. They're going to wave the runner. The throw to the plate is not in time. Safe. The run scores, and it's 2-0 Tampa.
It's a great job by Mattis. She didn't stop at all coming around third base. Coach Leslie Canner kept her coming, and she was able to slide in right before the tag was placed.
It's a single and a run batted in for Dooley, and it's 2-0 Tampa.
Yeah, that's huge for Dooley. Get another run on the board as she helps herself out with an RBI single with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Here comes the freshman again.
The cleanup hitter, Bailey Phillips.
She's 1 for 1 on the night.
Cortez off second,
with a
Dooley
walk
off
as
first.
well. Excuse me.
Oh, that's my bad. Now it looks like we have a little delay. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, the umpire looks like he's giving some instructions to Bailey as well as Abby Summers on the mound.
All right, we get set now again. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one gets away, and the runners advance. A tough one for the catcher, Holt. It went off her glove and into the corner, and the runners moved over.
So now a little interesting side note.
Looks like we may be getting a pitching change.
It looks like we are. Assistant coach Steve Frew, the husband of the head coach, Michelle Few. Pretty cool relationship. I'd say that's goals. Relationship goals, have a husband and wife as the head coach, assistant coach.
And we are getting a pitching change. Summers comes out.
This is number 25, Grace Street on the mound for the Tars. She's 2-2 on the season in 8 appearances.
Now pitching for the Tars.
Was she the designated player?
Excuse me?
Was she the designated player before?
Yeah.
That's weird. So never mind. That works like a DH kind of, right?
Yeah.
She simply goes to pitcher.
It's the pitcher, and then the other chick's DP.
They don't have the DP because the DP would have been.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Would have been here, so they simply don't have a DP for that. Unless somebody comes in.
Yeah, but so then what does Summers do?
I think she just.
I don't get
She
it.
wouldn't be pitching, and she's in the spot that doesn't matter.
So who's pitching now?
Grace
Street?
Yeah.
The new pitcher is Grace Street for Tampa. For Rollins. That's my bad.
Yeah, she's got 33 innings on the year so far. She
comes
walks into a second and third situation with 2 outs.
That pitch taken inside. I believe the count is 3 balls and no strikes. First base is open.
I'm going to say there's a red light here. As she looks at the called strike on the inner half. 3-1 count. 3-1 count here. She looks for something to drive. With Cortez on first and Clawberg on second.
Big wave and a miss. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was definitely on the outer half. Coach Cantor's probably not too happy about that one. You know, with a 3-1 count, you try to find something in your zone to drive it. Me personally, back in the day, it was the middle half of the plate.
She stays alive and fouls that one off the screen. Still 3-2.
So swinging at the outside pitch is it's tough. You don't want to do that because you're really probably not going to drive the ball very far. And also, you never know, especially with the Mr. behind the plate today, he's a little inconsistent, so you never know. I mean,
the payoff pitch. On the inside corner side, retired. The Spartans strand 2. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. That's the end of the...
Coach Cantor looks like she's trying to give the umpire a little bit of her insight here, trying to find out where that pitch was. But we'll head to the 5th inning here.
You got it, Tom.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Who's running the Rollins feed?
I think it's off of that one.
Oh, it is?
I think. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Now batting number 7, Talia Contafio.
Talia Contafio leads off the top of the 5th inning. She lined out to the pitcher her first time up. Spartans got a run last inning. They now lead 2-0. First pitch, wave and a miss, 0-1. That pitch floats inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Contafio batting .333 on the season. 5 stolen bases, so when she does get on base,
Hits that one hard on the ground to third base, but a nice play and a good scoop there by the first baseman, 1 away.
what I was going to say, if she does get on base, she could be lethal. But Dooley shut that down right away. She wasn't having any of it.
Now batting number 11, Taylor Holt.
That'll bring up Taylor Holt. Here comes the first pitch. Tipped off the catcher's glove, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Ripped in the air deep to left field, but it's going to go way foul, 0-2.
Way ahead here for Dooley. With the 8-hitter at the plate, you don't think she'll give her anything close.
Nothing in 2. Popped up right side of the infield. It'll stay in fair territory. And Jansen makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting number 2, Sarah Harrison.
That'll bring up the 9th-place hitter, Sarah Harrison.
Harrison struck out in her first at bat.
The infield comes in. Wave and a miss, 0-1.
Yeah, Erica Matic practically in Dooley's left pocket. I don't know if that's not showing respect or if that's just looking for the bunt. I'm not really sure. As you see Bailey Phillips creeping up third baseline as well.
0-1, big spun, pulls it back. Up in tight 1 ball, 1 strike. She gets that Ichiro running start.
Yeah. Good old Ichiro Suzuki. Who's he playing for this year? He's got to be playing somewhere. I know. He's
still
a
with
journeyman.
Miami?
I'm not sure.
I gotta look. We'll have that.
I have
for
to
you
look
later.
that up in between
Yeah.
innings.
There's a lot of players who haven't been signed this year so far.
You know, that's been kind of been weird to me. There's a lot of quality players still out there, and they haven't been picked up yet. I know yesterday or a few days ago, J.D. Martinez signed with the Red Sox. That was a big pickup. One thing that the Phillies are trying to do currently is sign Jake Arrieta. But the problem is he wants 5, 6, 7 years. We only want to give him 2 or 3. See if the Phillies can pull any strings there.
Here comes the 1-1. In tight, 2 balls and a strike.
So it's funny, speaking of all the free agents, Ichiro is actually a free agent.
Well, there you go. That's why we didn't figure it out.
And at 44 years old, he's actually mulling the idea of a return back to Japan. Where I'm not sure if he's the hits leader in Japan, but he's over 3,000 hits between being in Japan.
Well, he has over 3,000 in baseball. I think, as that pitch is a wave and a miss, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think he has the most hits combined in professional baseball.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Okay. 44 years old and still doing his thing. Oh, that's off the knob. I think that's off the knob. I think it's a foul ball. And the umpire is awarding a base on balls, a hit by pitch, excuse me. I disagree on that one. I think that was off
close.
the handle.
It was a strange sound. The lineup flips back to the top.
Made a very strange noise. Not one, and the ricochet off of what I think was the bat, it went straight back into the netting. If it went off her hand, I doubt it would have done that.
So Harrison at first. And she steals second. A tough play. No one was really covering second base.
Yeah, with the fake bunt shown by the batter, they were able to steal second base quite easily. But that's what the free passes do. That's what walks do. I mean,
walks and hit by pitches. That pitch right down Broadway. 1 ball, 1 strike.
As they say, walks and errors kill. So I mean, a hit by pitch there. She's on first. She steals second. Now she's in scoring position. And with 2 outs, a base hit most likely will score her from second base.
The outfield does come in a few steps. Here's the 1-1. Joe's bunts it. A tough play, and everyone's safe. Another one of those cue-shot bunts that doesn't really go anywhere. The Spartans have a tough time fielding it. And Rollins has runners on the corners with 2 down in the top of the 5th inning.
You know, it's kind of the small ball factor here for the Tars. Not able to get too many hits, so now they're trying to manufacture some hits. They had 2 bunts that were popped out to the catcher, and now they're able to get 2 bunts that are actually put down for some base hits.
First pitch is popped up right side of the infield. That ball's going to go out of play. 0-1.
And to touch on the small ball factor, as we saw the hit by pitch, and then they stole second base. The steals and the bunts, you got to manufacture them sometimes when you can't manufacture base hits.
Mm-hmm. Middleborough singled her last time up.
Yeah, this is a dangerous spot here for the Spartans. Hopefully Dooley can
That one's
work the
popped
way
up
out
left
of
side
it.
of the infield. Foul territory. The third baseman makes the catch. He holds on. The ball rolled around for a while, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. We go to the middle of the 5th inning. Spartans up by 2.
That was off the bat, dude. I think that was off the bat.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's only 2 umpires.
Hey, Jordan, I'm just seeing your phone call now. Let's do it after this inning. Yeah, for sure. Maybe you want to wait till after the 6th?
Yeah, we can do that.
Now batting number 54, Maddie Farrell.
Maddie Farrell leads off the home half of the 5th inning. 0 for 2 this evening.
Grace Street remains on the mound for the Tars.
First pitch is lined in the air to center field, but right at the center fielder, Davis makes the catch one away.
It's a good piece of hitting there by Maddie Farrell.
Now batting number 18, Shelby Press.
That'll bring up Shelby Press, a walk and a strikeout tonight. The first pitch shows bunt, pulls it back outside, ball 1. That one is lined, shallow right field. That's going to fall, base hit. Presses on with a 1-out single.
It's a great job by Press, doing what she can with the ball and fisting it into right field, right over the first baseman's head.
Batting number 2, Taylor Farrell.
Now we'll see if she can use her wheels on the base paths, as I mentioned early on. She leads the team in stolen bases.
Here's Farrell, 0 for 2. She swings and pops that one up. Shallow right field. The right fielder makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting number 19, Emily Jansen.
That'll bring up Emily Jansen. You know, it's a humid night. I don't think the ball is carrying as much as it usually does here.
No, I don't think so. Like you mentioned earlier, there's no wind either.
As the runner
There's
goes,
the
no
wheels
one
I was
covering
looking
second.
at.
The ball goes into center field.
Those are wheels that we were speaking of, and man, she's fast. Catcher had no idea. Taylor Holt behind the plate threw from her knees.
Middle infielders fell asleep. So now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
This will be big to drive in an RBI for Emily Jansen, the freshman.
Here's the 1-0. On the inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jansen drove in 1 RBI so far on the year, and it was 2 weeks ago against Young Harris. She had a 12-pitch at bat. She worked the walk, and she drove in the go-ahead run in that game.
Here comes the 1-1. Grounder. Nice play by the first baseman. Makes the play, side retire. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on. We go to the top of the 6th inning in Tampa. Spartans up by 2.
Left on base, we go to the top of the 6th inning, Spartans leading 2-0. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Now batting number 22, Brianna Litt.
Brianna Lind leads off the top half of the 6th inning in Tampa.
Yeah, Lint, the 3-hitter on the team for the Tars, 0 for 3 this evening.
That pitch down low, 1 ball, no strikes.
Lint, a senior out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida.
That one floats outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
She leads the team in walks with 9 so far on the season.
A strikeout and a flyout so far tonight. Here's the 2-0. Up and in, 3-0.
I've seen the past couple games, this is where Dooley's been hit with a challenge or two come the 5th, 6th, 7th inning.
The 3-0. Down and in, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk.
It's quite frankly, in the first 11 games, she's thrown a lot of pitches, a lot of innings for the Spartans. And it looks like Coach Cannon will go talk to her, see how she's feeling out there. Like I mentioned in the last game, she gave up 5 in the 6th inning. Hopefully we don't see the same song and dance tonight. Spartans in close games this year. In 2-run games, they're 3-1. But in 1-run games, they're 0-3. So that extra run on the board right now that they were able to manufacture in the 4th inning could be a good bit of insurance for the Spartans. Now this is the 4-hitter and the pitcher, Grace Street.
Now batting number 25, Grace Street.
I wonder if they'll have the 4-hitter bunt here and try to move the runner over.
Try to manufacture a run with 2 innings left. They could. She swings and pops that one up. It's going to go off the screen. It's a foul ball. Nothing in 1. And the 0-1. Popped up left side of the infield. The shortstop calls, makes the catch, 1 away.
It's great communication there from the shortstop, Christina Clawberg, to the third baseman, the freshman, Bailey Phillips, kind of telling her to get out of the way, I got this one. Shortstop, the leader of the defense.
She was able to find that one in the lights.
Now batting number 5, Abby Sexton.
I don't think that twilight's going to affect the players much more anymore.
Not anymore. It's completely dark in the sky and beautiful night, about 78 degrees.
Sexton flies one in the air to center field. The center fielder, Cortez, makes the grab. 2 down.
And here comes Bree Ernst, already 0 for 2 on the night, with a bunt pop-up to the catcher and grounded out the shortstop back in the 4th inning.
First pitch taken. The throw to first. And Lint is back in standing.
It's a good idea by Maddie Farrell. Just not sure first baseman Emily Jansen knew it was coming our way.
That's the Yadier Molina play. The 0-1. Taken. Perhaps a bit high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Speaking of Yadier Molina, I just want you to hear it from me first. I've got this theory that the Cardinals probably won't be competitive in the next year or two. So I think he's going to want to chase some rings and he's going to go to the New York Yankees.
That's a good theory.
The reason I'm thinking that is because, I mean, as you might have seen with Gary Sanchez behind the plate for the New York Yankees, he's not the best defensive catcher. So maybe they'll move him to DH, and if they can get Yachty to come, secure behind the plate and be a good defensive presence, might be able to lead them to a championship down the
Here
line.
comes the 1-2. Swinging a liner left field. That one's going to fall foul.
Foul
Just
ball.
foul.
But Shelby Press gives a heck of an attempt. As she lays out full extension, she bounces right back up.
Not sure if you guys could see that on our feed.
It was a great effort by Shelby Press in left field.
She nearly had it.
Full extension, and the ball was just about a foot off the left field foul line.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. Runner off first is Lint. That one's floated right side of the infield. Easy play for the second baseman. Matic side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We go to the home half of the 6th inning. Spartans cruising 2-0.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
I'm going to come back on and talk about something. Okay. You know, Dominic, we've been talking about baseball a lot tonight. And something that's prominent with baseball right now is pace of play, and that's not really a problem with softball. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into this game, and it's already the home half of the sixth.
You know, that's the one thing I do like about softball. It seems to cruise a little bit more. I think it's got something to do with the pitchers, maybe, getting in the groove, getting the ball back to them a little bit quicker. But also, I think the umpires do a good job of keeping the game rolling in between innings. Not too long, not too many pitches, warm-up pitches for the pitcher. But you're right. The pace of play is an interesting topic of discussion in the MLB right now.
Here's Matic. Waving a miss, 0-1.
Have you heard the idea of putting anybody in at the plate in the ninth inning?
That's awful.
I think it's awful as well. Now, maybe an extra inning situation?
No, not an extra inning. No innings. Don't ruin
what's been going on for 150 years.
Ooh, that pitch comes inside and hits her.
That's a hit by a pitch. Right off the forearm of Erica Matic.
She shakes it off.
That'll bring up the top of the order with Serena Cortez at the plate. Is she on the left side here? I don't think I've ever seen this from Serena.
Perhaps she's going to bunt.
I would make a safe assumption that she's going to bunt.
The corners are expecting it. They come in.
Corners are way in, expecting the bunt.
First pitch, she shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's a bit low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Serena Cortez, the leadoff hitter, flipping to the other side of the plate tonight for at least this at-bat.
Here comes a 1-0. That pitch outside corner. The throw down the second, and she's safe. Wow.
She's underneath the tag. That's what happens when the shortstop makes the tag at the shoulder area. The feet are normally already in at that point. But the ball beat her to the bag, except for the shortstop was up the line, which makes everybody think that it's an automatic out. But just because the ball gets there first doesn't mean that Matic was out at second base. And she swipes.
And now Cortez switches back to the right side of the plate. Here comes a 1-1. Wave and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
See, in my personal opinion here, I wouldn't even be mad for another bunt. Move her over to third base. And then try to manufacture the run with Clawberg and Dooley.
You're already up by 2.
Up in the 2 and 3 hole.
Going into the last inning.
Matic second. 1-2 count, no outs.
She takes that one way up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now, Cortez got to lay off the stuff up high. Back in the second inning, she struck out on a pitch above her hands.
The 2-2. Wave and a miss. 1 away.
And there it was again, up and away. I think that might be something on the scouting report for the Tars.
And that'll bring up the 2-place hitter, Christina Clawberg. 2 walks.
She drove in the first run with that walk back in the second inning.
First pitch taken outside, ball 1. That pitch sits upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Paints the inside corner, 2 balls and a strike now. Here comes the 2-1. Right back to the mound. The pitcher will go to first with it. 2 down. The runner moves over to third.
Here comes Dooley trying to get some insurance runs. for the last and hopefully final inning, the 7th. As the Spartans lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Erica Matic stands on third base with 2 outs.
The first pitch to Dooley. Lays off the pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. The throw to third. Not in time.
It's a good idea there by Taylor Holt, the catcher for Rollins Tars tonight. That's kind of tough, though, with a right-handed batter at the plate to throw behind the batter and make an accurate throw down to third base. Took some guts there.
The 1-1 is upstairs, 2 balls and a strike.
Because you don't want to throw the ball into left field either, and then gives them the third run. So that was a great job, great accuracy by Taylor Holt, the catcher.
That one's hit in the air to deep left field. The left fielder going back. She has room. She makes the catch. What a play. Side retire.
Heck of a play by the left fielder. She spun in a circle there and was able to come up with the grab.
Another ball that didn't carry. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Spartans trying to close out the game. Forget the recap.
Forget it?
Yeah, forget it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Still a ways to go, but if it looks like we're going to go to the red, I'll put my phone over there, and I'll have the audio clips pulled up, so all you have to do is like the recorder, the headset like on my computer, and just press play, and I'll leave the volume high enough to reach it. Alright. So I'll be like on the field, and then like you can just look for me to like hear it.
Okay. You want to lead in? I'll give a recap. It's fine. Said if you want to lead in, I'll give a recap on how we got here.
Go ahead.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the top of the 7th here with McKaylee Dooley in the circle trying to close this one out, going for her 9th complete game in 9 starts. Tonight, Dooley helped herself out back in the 4th inning, was able to drive in a run on an RBI single. Spartans were also able to get a run back in the 2nd inning on an RBI walk by Christina Clawberg. And that's how we're here at 2-0. Spartans lead in the top of the 7th.
It'll be Kentofio, Holt, and Harrison to try and tie the game for Rollins. And it looks like we're getting a pinch hitter.
Looks like number 1, Jenny Goldshire, coming to the plate, the freshman from Illinois.
Pitching for the Tars, number 1, Jenny Goldshire.
Here comes the first pitch. Taken outside, ball 1.
Now Goldshire's here on the left side of the plate. I wonder if they're using her maybe as a bunt man. Bunt woman.
The 1-0. Taken. Outside corner, 1-1.
Goldshire's got 5 at-bats on the season with 1 hit, 1 RBI. And she scored twice herself. So I'm wondering if they might use her as a pinch runner. She might have some wheels.
1-1. She went around. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was a 3/4 swing. I think she realized the ball was a little bit up after she already committed.
Dooley going for the complete game shutout. The 1-2. Tipped into the glove. That's a strikeout, went away.
Maddie Farrell squeezes it, able to capture the first out of the inning. As the Spartans are 2 outs away from Coach Canner's 600th victory of her career. And we might have another pinch hitter here coming up for the Tars. Can't see a number.
It's 12.
12.
Now batting number 12.
Pinch hitter for the Tars, Cynthia Whitty, freshman out of Wellington, Florida.
The first pitch taken away. 1 ball, no strikes.
Whitty's got 8 at-bats this year with 1 base hit. She's managed to get 3 walks.
The 1-0. Wave and a miss. 1-1. One. Taken on the
Right
outside corner. A ball and 2
Down
strikes.
Broadway.
The 1-2. Wave and a miss. 2 down.
Now this is a huge accomplishment for Dooley if she's able to close it out here. She's only at 77 pitches. So that's pretty impressive, as many games this year she's gotten into the 3-digit mark. She's pitched over 100 pitches multiple times this year. So if she's able to close this one out, hopefully she'll be able to carry that into tomorrow and get us another win, maybe 2.
It looks like we have another pinch hitter coming up.
Number 27, Amanda Guglietta, the sophomore from Miami, Florida, will pinch hit here for the Rollins Tars. They're trying to find anything they can do to manufacture a couple runs here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs.
The first pitch. Upstairs, a ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Wave and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Dooley's gone 6 2/3 so far with 6 strikeouts, only allowing 4 hits and 1 walk and 1 hit by pitch, excuse me.
The 1-1. Popped up. Left field. Shortstop makes the catch. And that's all, folks. McKaylee Dooley with a complete game shutout. And Tampa wins the ball game 2-0. Now it's time for your happy recap of the game. For Rollins, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. For Tampa, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Spartans and Tars are back at it again tomorrow afternoon as they play games 2 and 3 of this series. First pitch for game 1 is at 1 p.m. For Dominic Galone, I'm Christopher Francisco in Tampa. We'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon.